Have you ever heard of a clock that doesn't tell time but instead reveals forgotten tales? Sit tight, because what I'm about to share will make your skin crawl. This is the story of the clock that never struck midnight. In a quiet estate on the edge of a small village, a curious clock stood in the grand hall. Towering and intricately crafted from dark mahogany wood, it had been part of the house for centuries, passed down through generations. But this was no ordinary clock. Missing its chime at midnight had always been its peculiar oddity. The villagers whispered about its sinister past, claiming that it never rang because it held something supernatural. Elena, a historian and skeptic, inherited this estate after her great-uncle's passing. She had always brushed off superstitions as trivial folklore, until one fateful night when the clock's silent midnight chime shattered into eerie whispers. Awakened by the sound, she approached it, only to find the second hand dancing erratically, forward, backward, then pausing completely. "Help them," a hoarse voice murmured from within. Startled, yet compelled by curiosity, she opened the clock's panel. Inside, instead of clockwork, lay hundreds of letters, tattered and yellowed with time. The letters were written by individuals claiming to experience recurring hauntings, begging for salvation. They spanned decades, some dating back to the late 1700s. Each midnight thereafter, the clock spoke more clearly, recounting tales of people who once lived in the house and suffered tragic fates. Ghostly apparitions seemed to creep across the room when Elena least expected it. A pair of cold, translucent hands brushing her shoulders, a shadow scuttling across the walls. Yet, not all the spirits were malicious. When she decided to dig into the estate's history, she found that the letters contained clues, reasons why the souls were trapped within the house and how to set them free. Driven by purpose, Elena spent weeks deciphering the contents of every single letter. They described rituals, lost items, and forgotten fetters of love and revenge. With each spirit she helped cross over, the clock grew noisier, its gears clicking louder, as if coming back to life. Finally, one fateful night, she completed her task. For the first time in centuries, the grandfather clock struck 12, resonating a melody so haunting, yet calming. And then, silence. Peace inhabited the house once more. To this day, the estate rests empty, save for the ancient clock, which now ticks rhythmically, as if it had never missed a moment in time. But some say, if you pass by at midnight, you might still hear the faint whispers of gratitude. So the question is, would you dare to listen?